Hi, Tom Swasey, Real Estate One, Max Brook, with the December 2024 market update. Happy holidays, by the way. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. So what are we going to talk about today? Absolutely nothing. I think we're going to reserve that to next year. And instead, to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of lightheartedness, I'd like to talk about my favorite Christmas movies. So we're going to talk about the market very quickly. Muy rápido. Sehr schnell. The prices are too freaking high. Okay? That's my update. And interest rates are too high. So that's it for that. We'll get into more details again next year. But we will talk about my favorite Christmas shows growing up as a kid and seeing my kids, what my kids enjoyed. And then, if you guys are totally bored with nothing else to do, we're going to talk about buying a home and the important steps that must be taken there. So this is something good to prep for 2025. If you have a favorite Christmas movie, leave a comment below. I'd love to read it. So what were my favorite Christmas movies? Well, I got to start out with Elf. Will Ferrell is fantastic. And my favorite part is when he puts the star in the tree. One of my other favorites is Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Gotta love it. This movie came out in 1994, and this is when my daughters were growing up.
Hey, you!
Every single season we saw it, and I just loved it.
Good, Dad!
I like Family Man because it makes you think about what's important in life. And it's pretty cool seeing Nicolas Cage's transformation from ultra-wealthy Wall Street back to a middle-class family guy and really not wanting to change back. He has kind of a glimpse of what it could have been.
Yeah? You just remember that. You brought this on yourself.
You know, a real classic that my grandparents grew up with my parents was A Wonderful Life.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
It's fantastic. This was filmed in 1946, and it's about a guy named George Bailey, and he comes to realize how important a role he's played in everyone's life. It's very heartwarming. It's a great movie from start to finish. Love it. The last one which I want to bring up, and this is an all-time classic, is Chevy Chase's National Lampoon's Christmas. I think the particular part that some of the parts I really like is just the whole interchange with his cousin Eddie. Eddie is just, he's nuts. All right, so if everyone's still awake, if you grab your eggnog, and we're going to talk about buying a home and the important steps there. Number one, you got to get your finances in order. This means check your credit score. One reason why this is important is because you can understand where you stand, but also with a good mortgage guy, and I have a couple too, if you want to IM me if you need some references. They will also give you some tips and some things you can do to clean up your credit, to improve your financial situation that can help you. So there's no better time to start than now to start planning. This could be a 2025 New Year's commitment you could make with getting yourself in a position where you can buy that home you always wanted. Step 2, start looking for a real estate agent. Your agent is someone you should trust, someone that knows the local market, someone you know that it will be good to fight for you on your side. They will give you a lot of good insights on what you need to do in order to close a deal in a home. So if you haven't already, start your home search. So you can work with your agent on that. They can set up a search. The advantage with that is that sometimes Zillow, Realtor.com, they're not necessarily accurate with square footage and other information, which is kind of critical. Also, they're not necessarily timely with having the latest updates, such as maybe a new house is coming on the market, that it's a day late or 2 days late. And in many cases, in this environment that we live in now, this time can be very important. So step 4, when you find that home, is to make an offer. And to make a competitive offer, your agent will help you to understand what's important. So the agent's going to call the listing agent and is going to find out what the seller is looking for in the deal. It's really looking at all the terms. It's not necessarily price, although price usually is the most important thing, but not always. There are other factors such as occupancy time, when they might want some extra time to be able to stay in the home. There's soft factors too. There may be someone that they want to make sure that it's going to kind of keep the integrity of the house the same. Now, there's no guarantees with something like this, but this, in fact, is how we bought our home, is the seller actually knew that we were going to embrace this 1926 Craftsman and keep it the same. So you just never know. But the important thing is your agent should be communicating with a listing agent to understand the important things so that you can craft the best deal possible. Next thing, secure the financing. So again, you already had met with your loan officer well ahead of time. And at this point right now, you are going to be finalizing the approval and starting the underwriting and so forth. Lastly, close a deal. You're going to be working with a title company, and the title company, they're going to be doing a lot of things behind the scenes. They work with the mortgage company directly, and this is getting everything ready, getting towards closing. Then the last point number 8, is celebrate and move in. So I just want to take a moment right now just to thank everybody, to thank my family, to thank my friends and clients for all the help and support. I think it's been a very rewarding year. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and wish you a happy and healthy 2025.